anchors away, Florida's largest communities can now limit how long people are allowed to anchor their boats overnight.
Supporters hope the new law will reduce the number of abandoned boats, especially off Miami Beach. But as CBS News Miami's Steve Majiri reports, those who live on vessels feel like their lifestyle is being targeted.
Miami Beach City Commissioner David Suarez says any boat that's anchored overnight in Miami Beach for more than 30 days every 6 months has 3 options. It can either go to a mooring field, a marina, or it has to leave the county.
Over there is a canal that goes into the ocean.
Alexei Afonin has lived on a boat for about a decade.
These are the mooring balls.
He says he moved to Marathon from Miami Beach because he felt he wasn't welcome on Biscayne Bay.
I felt like I became a rat. I had to sneak on shore.
And Governor DeSantis signed a new law into effect this week that allows municipalities and counties with 1.5 million people or more to regulate boats that stay anchored too long on the bay. Afonin says this bill affirms his decision to leave Miami Beach.
You get your life going there, and then you feel like you got evicted.
Sunken boat.
City Commissioner David Suarez says he helped craft this bill and says it gives local governments more control of their waterways. He took us out with Marine Patrol. They were out checking boats stuck in the water, trying to find their owners.
We need to move this boat out of Miami Beach.
With the new law, all of these boats are going to have to move after 30 days.
Suarez says one reason he pushed for this bill is because he says there are a growing number of abandoned boats in the bay. He showed us some that had trash piling up on them and some that are at the bottom of the bay.
When you're a boater, boaters move, right? They traverse. These are squatters. Many of their boats do not function.
Suarez says there's plenty of available space for people living on boats to park at a mooring field. This man didn't want his name or face shown, and he says he lives on a boat, but now he's likely leaving town, and he may even leave the country. Where are you going to go, the Caribbean?
Going to the Caribbean, yes.
Suarez says the next steps are for the City Commission to change its ordinances so they align with this new law. He says that can give Marine Patrol more clarity on how to enforce this law and what penalties to give out. In Miami Beach, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.